simply quick measure and estimate to complete cost divided by the budgeted total cost. etc percent cost. Okay, so now estimate at completion is actually what we need to add addition of what estimate to complete and the actual cost what we have done so far. So this will be estimate at completion cost and now we will take the percentage of estimated completion with respect to the total budget of the project, that how much more or less it is going to be from this budget. So it becomes estimated completion percent cost. So variance will be, let's say I want to create the variance VAC, variance at completion. It will be the subtraction of what estimated completion minus, or let's say I would bring here the budgeted completion here minus what estimated completion. So now this is going to give me the variance at completion. Okay, it did not come here. I think it came in here. Okay, we need to just change that. Okay, actually I first parameter brought this value into this. We don't want it here, we want in the same field. So what we will do, we can use our own measure for that. Here, new measure, variance at completion cost is equal to the sum of budgeted total cost minus what estimate at completion cost. Now this is the variance at completion cost. The percentage of this is going to be the division with the total cost. So quickly I will make for the labor part as well, estimate to complete. So let's say I want the new measure, estimate to complete labor is equal to divide. Okay, we know that we need this, divide the sum of what, sum of budgeted labor unit, okay, minus the sum of earned value labor unit distribution, this one, denominator what, CPIL. So this is estimate to complete. Okay, divide this with the total labor to make it percentage. Estimate to complete percent labor. Estimate at completion simply is going to be the addition of estimate to complete and the actual labor. Both are labor, so this will also be the labor. It is going to be estimate at completion labor. Percentage, same way, from the budget value of the labor estimate at completion percent labor. So what is variance at completion? Now I will make a quick new measure, not quick measure, because I want in the same way, in the same table. It is going to be my variance at completion labor is equal to, the formula says sum of budgeted labor unit, okay, minus what, estimated completion labor. So dividing this by the total budget will give us the percentage budget of labor. It is done. So now I will calculate the remaining one, which is the TCPI. For that, what I will do, I need to create a new measure, and I'm in the cost. So TCPI of cost is equal to going to be what? We need to know the formula. The formula says budget at completion minus earned value divided by budget at completion minus actual cost. So we need division there, we know that. So dividing what? The sum of, okay, budgeted total cost, which is budget at completion, okay, minus the sum of what? Earned value cost, which is earned value distribution cost is this one, okay. These are my denominators, numerators. What are denominators? Sum of budgeted total cost minus the sum of actual cost distribution and this part. If your actual cost is different here, so you will know the results. Means actual cost is coming from your let's say ERP or from your P6, so you know the difference. So this will create the TCPI for us. This is a prescriptive analysis, prescriptive KPI. It is telling us what needs to be done in each area. Okay, so this is done. Same we will do for the labor. New measure, TCPI labor, okay, and is equal to, we know that we need divide, okay, divide formula of what? Sum of this budgeted labor, okay, minus the sum of earned value labor distribution, okay, in denominator sum of same budgeted labor, okay, minus sum of actual labor distribution, this one. So this is our formula for that. So TCPI labor is also here. So we have created so far all the KPIs. If you want to develop your own some others, if you have in your mind to create other than earned value any measurement criteria, so you can use that. You know how to develop the DAX formulas, to manipulate the data, to maneuver the data as per your need. Data is not changed inside Power BI. We need to remember that data is changed always in the source. If my earned value is 55%, my earned value cannot be 56, 57% here. I cannot change it. I can just means manipulate or maneuver the data or bring different analysis using DAX. These are the different values, but the source is same, always the same. Source is always changed in the source, means the source for all these KPIs is earned value, because I am creating all the KPIs from earned value, planned value and the actual value, actual cost. So if these values are changed inside Power BI, this is not the correct way. These values should be changed in the source, data source, which is P6. So you need to make sure your earned value, planned value and all the things are changed in P6 once you update them, and then you need to bring them. And now you know how to create KPIs. So in the next part, we will be making the reports. We will be seeing how to validate the data, how to use them, and then definitely we are moving further in our training to design the report, to see what is best suited for our analysis, and then we will be going into details to understand the flow flow of the data, how data is coming from here and there, and in the last part we will be discussing the integration of drawings with the earned value. So I think this is now completed part 6. So we will be looking into the next part for creation of the reports. Thank you.